Hello, everyone. It's Shalia. Welcome. Whether you are new here or you've been following me for a while, I really appreciate your support and I thank you so much for stopping by. Well, it's that time again. The 2025 Extravaganza event in Disney Dreamlight Valley has begun, and finally, we have new items this year and a new purple spring egg to find. Now, this event will be available from now until April 22nd of this year, 2025. So if you are new to this event, you will have plenty of time to collect everything this event has to offer. And since I already have an Extravaganza event video from the original event, I'm only going to focus on the new 2025 version in this video. I have put a link in the description for you if you need to go watch that one. But of course, I will go over all the basics in this video for you. I'll show you how to find those eggs, what eggs are available to find, and where they are located and how quickly they spawn. And luckily for me, I've been hoarding eggs since the original event in April of 2023. And I am so glad I did because we now have 3 new items to craft for the first time since the event came to Dreamlight Valley. The first thing you're going to notice is that we have new bushes in the plaza that will produce pink eggs. These are called excellent fruit. Each bush will produce 3 of these pink eggs, and they will each spawn 3 eggs every hour, not every half hour like the DDV website states. I just want to make sure you guys are all clear on that. Now, if these are spawning every half hour for you, let me know in the comments because I spent hours just recording and then timing the spawn rate, and mine are only respawning once an hour after harvesting. So if yours is different than that, let me know in the comments. Also, make sure you take your helper with you when you harvest these, and do not forget to check them every hour. Now, the yellow eggs, which are called spring vegetable eggs, do only take a half hour to grow with a second watering halfway through the growing cycle. So perhaps the DDV team may have gotten that mixed up when they listed that the bushes take a half hour. I'm really not sure on that one, but I am positive that it takes an hour for mine. You can use your ancient gardener from a Rift in Time expansion to plant the yellow egg seeds so you don't have to worry about watering them, or you can use an elixir on your watering can and they will grow instantly. I personally would just wait the half hour for them since the elixir costs 500 Dreamlight to make, or if you do have the ancient gardener, that would probably be just the best way to go. And again, either way you choose to grow them, make sure you have your buddy with you when you harvest to increase the amount of yellow eggs you can get, as each plant only gives you 1 egg each. If you are new here to this event, you are probably wondering how in the world do you find the seeds to even grow those eggs? Well, I got you. You need to first go to your crafting station, and under that first tab, which is the refined material, you'll see an egg seed bag called vegetable seed. If you're new to this event, it might be at the top of your list, but if not, just scroll down and you'll find it rather easily. Now, once you click on the seed bag, you'll then need 1 excellent fruit, which is the pink egg from the bushes in the plaza, 1 wild spring egg, which is the blue eggs that are found in any of the biomes around the valley, and we will be getting to that shortly, and 20 Dreamlight. As if we have all just have plenty of Dreamlight laying around anymore, right? I still can't buy all the floating islands. All right, once you have enough materials, you can then craft however many you need, and you will need a lot of these eggs to get all the cute exclusive bunnies. And a reminder, don't forget to go watch my other video because that video is going to show you how to get them. Now, to find those blue eggs, which are the wild spring eggs, you need to wander around your valley until you find them. Previously, in past years, 6 would spawn around the valley at a time. Now, this year, according to the website, DDV's website, they will spawn every 30 minutes across all biomes, and a max of 10 wild spring eggs will be present at one time. I did test this out and they do appear to spawn at this rate. It would probably take me a full week or so of testing to really narrow the timing down, but I didn't have that kind of time, so I'm just going to trust them on this one, okay? If you do have the Rift in Time expansion, use your advanced vacuum. Yes, it must be the advanced vacuum that is the level 3 vacuum. You're going to need that because all of those blue wild spring eggs, if your valley is cluttered like mine, you're never going to be able to find these things. So your vacuum is going to be your friend in this situation. And honestly, I couldn't live without my advanced vacuum, the gardener, or the cooker in this game. So all in all, I'm recommending harvesting your yellow eggs and grabbing the blue eggs every half hour. And on a side note, you don't need to take a helper with you to gather the blue eggs, as they're just like wood on the ground, so your helper cannot help you get more. And then of course, this year they've added 1 new egg, and I am so excited because we get 3 new crafting recipes with that. The new purple spring eggs can only be found in the realms, which are, to be exact, Moana, Toy Story, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, and the Milan realms, and that is at least according to their website. I also tested this out, and the eggs, by the way, do not spawn in any of the other realms. So again, I'm going to take their word on this one. Now, they also say the purple spring eggs will spawn every 5 minutes with a max of 10 present across all the realms at one time. However, although this sounds amazing, it really isn't as good as that. And let me tell you why. So again, I did some testing. It appears that one egg spawns every 5 minutes. They don't all spawn every 5 minutes, just one. So to get the max of 10 in one sweep around the realms, you would need to wait at least 50 minutes for them all to spawn again. And yes, you could keep going through all the realms every 5-10 minutes to find 1 or 2 eggs, but it's definitely, in my opinion, worth waiting about an hour to do these rounds again. Now, it's up to you, but maneuvering through some of the realms is really tedious and really not worth the time it takes to search the whole way through them just to find 1 or 2 every 5 to 10 minutes. I recommend 50 minutes to an hour. And while you're in those realms, if you do have the A Rift in Time expansion, make sure you use your hourglass to find Glimmer and Mist as well. Every time you find Mist in a realm, you get 500, so it's well worth it while you're there to search for that. And I discovered something really cool while I was making this video. While I was taking a break from making this video, Serroh had posted a video showing how to change the graphic settings to make it easier to find the eggs in the valley and the realms, and I am so glad I watched it. So because I watched it, I thought I'd also share his findings with you. If you change your graphic settings to the lowest setting, you're going to go into settings, graphics, and then graphics preset. Now, I've set mine from PC ultra high to PC ultra low. When you do this, you will lose most of the tall grass and other background flora that can hide the eggs. It also makes the area really bright. Now, I don't know why we don't have this feature to make our valley brighter without changing our graphics to low, but maybe someday they'll add a brightness setting in the future, at least on the PC anyway. I'd rather change my game settings than change my freaking computer settings for sure. So with the settings on low, check out the Forgotten Lands. Look how much easier it is to find things on the ground now. You can even see the dark wood a lot better. Oh my gosh, this is a game changer. And I didn't even know why I've never tried this before. Don't have a clue. Now let's head into the Lion King realm where there is a lot of flora and tall grass. Look how easy it is to see the eggs now. I am so in love with this. And honestly, I think it works well in any biome or realm that has a lot of flora and tall grass, but because it makes everything so much brighter, I now love going into the Beauty and the Beast realm because look, I can actually see them now. Since I do have the vacuum, I'll only change my settings when I do the rounds in the realms, but if you don't have a vacuum, changing this setting will be extremely helpful to you anywhere in the valley as well. So let me know in the comments if you've already tried this or are planning to now that you know about it. And now that you know how to find all the eggs, including the new purple egg, let's go back to our crafting station and take a look and craft the new items. I am so excited about these. These are gorgeous. Now, like I mentioned earlier, if you do want that full guide on the original event and want to know how to craft and collect all the original items, that is linked down in the description for you. And basically, we could probably call that video part 1, and this one would be part 2. And now that we're at our crafting station, we need to go over to the furniture tab and we'll see 3 new craftable egg items. Now, mine were at the very bottom of that tab and not at the top for some reason, and I'm really hoping in the next update we get a sorting function for our crafting table. I think at this point that's the only menu that doesn't have a sort functionality yet. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Our first new item is the hanging egg chair. Now, to craft this chair you will need 25 purple eggs, in addition to 20 wild spring eggs, which are the blue ones, 20 excellent fruit, they're the pink ones, and 20 vegetable eggs, which are the yellow ones that you have to grow. The next one is the excellent balloon, and to craft this, you will need 10 purple eggs, 5 blue wild spring eggs, 5 pink excellent fruit, 5 yellow spring vegetable eggs, and that is so hard to say. You can just call them vegetable eggs, okay, guys? You can call them that. And lastly, you'll need rope. Now, rope cannot be bought at Kristoff's stall, but fiber can when it's available, and the only thing you need to make rope is fiber. Now, you don't even have to buy the fiber. You can just go fish out seaweed by casting your fishing line into the water, any water, where there are no bubbles, and then you can just craft the fiber from the seaweed that you catch. So that is ultimately how you get rope. And our last but not least new craftable item is the potted spring egg tree, which is absolutely my favorite of the new items. Now, to craft this one, you will need 10 purple spring eggs, 5 blue wild spring eggs, 5 pink excellent fruit, 5 yellow spring vegetable eggs, and 1 rich soil. you already know how to get all the eggs, but to get that rich soil, you will need to harvest vegetables. And the quickest way to get it is to head on over to Goofy's stall in the meadow and buy yourself some wheat seeds. Then you're going to just find a place in the meadow to plant about 20 of them. You probably don't even need 20, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. They only take a couple minutes to grow, and once you harvest them, you should get at least 1 or 2 rich soil out of those 20. You might get a little bit more. And you could also plant anything else and still get rich soil when you harvest, but wheat is just the easiest and cheapest. For those of you who have already played this event and still watched my video, first off, thank you. But let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Did you like it this year? If you're not a new player, were you happy that they added some new items? I know I sure was. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Remember to always be kind, and I will see you all next time. Bye!